Hi everybody. So today what we're going to do is we're going to create this beautiful Peter Max sunset. It's going to be inspired by that artist Peter Max we talked about. So you can hold your paper this way, which is called landscape, or this way, which is called portrait, to do your piece. And I'm going to start in pencil just to show you that I'm going to draw a line going across, and that line is going to be my horizon line. That's where the sky and the ground meet. We call that our horizon line. So I'm going to make mine right about here. It can be in the middle, it can be high, depends on where you want it. I'm going to draw a line that goes from one side of my paper to the other. And then I'm going to think about what kind of shapes I need to use. I'm going to switch over to my Sharpie just so you can see better. So I'm going to draw my horizon line. So everything above will be sky, everything below will be ground. And then I'm thinking about a sunset. So I'm not going to see a full circle of the sun. I'm going to see it almost going down and touching the ground. So I see just part of the sun. There's my sun. It's a little loopy. So what I'm going to do from there is I'm going to make the rays of the sun. And the rays of the sun are going to be a great place for me to experiment with my colors. I can use paint, I can use crayons, colored pencils, oil pastels, anything that you like. So the first thing I do is I draw a line from there to the top, a line from there to the side. So we call that a vertical line and a diagonal line. I'm going to make a diagonal line in the other direction. So horizon, horizontal line, vertical, diagonal, diagonal. Good things to start to learn about. And I'm going to add some more lines so they go right off the page. You can add as many lines as you want. I could keep adding a whole bunch more. And now, in thinking like Peter Max, I'm going to use a wiggly line. And my wiggly line is going to go from the end of that circle shape over to the bottom. And I'm going to make it wiggle. It's going to make it look like it's on water. Wiggle, 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 all the way down to the bottom. And that's the start of my Peter Max sunset. From here, I can think about colors. I could add waves. I could make this water. Maybe my horizon line, I want it to be a bit more of a line that looks like waves on the ocean. I could make more waves on the ocean here. It could go right through if I wanted it to. I could make that go all the way down. Little wavy lines. Kind of reminds me of when we were working with our lines and the colors of the rainbow. Roy G. Biv. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. So again, you can use any of the materials you have available. I'm going to start thinking about what colors I would like to use. And in talking about Roy G. Biv and the colors of the color wheel, I'm thinking that I might like to use my warm colors in the sky, since that reminds me of a warm sun with the rays of the sun. And I can mix colors up there. And then cool colors for the water down below. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get started and then I will show you my finished piece. Have fun. So I'm going to start in paint today. I'm going to grab a little water, a little yellow. I'm going to fill in my area. Need a little bit more water. I always pour just a little bit of water because actually I had a spill. So if I only put a little bit of water, I only have a little bit of a spill. Now remember we talked about what kind of brush you use. You want a very soft brush if you're using watercolors. So I'm going to make sure I get lots of water on my brush. And I'm going to fill it in. Notice how I try to keep my brush on its toes when I'm painting. That makes it work a lot harder. If you scrub it on the side like a pencil or a crayon, it probably isn't going to be very good for your brush or for the paper. Now, if I want, I could make some of the yellow go into the rays, like this, into the rays. And then what I could do is I can start adding some of the orange. I may need a little bit more on my brush, and I'm working fast because I want the colors while they're wet to blend together. You can see how that's working. So have fun, get started on your sunset, and of course you can change it any way you like. You might want to add some birds that go whoop, whoop, up to the sky. Anything that makes you happy. Have fun.